The Undercover Boss. Tom Glenson arrived at the Northmoor facility just after dawn. One of 6 sites now, a long way from the single butcher shop his father had run. A TV production company had contacted him weeks earlier about filming a pilot for an Undercover Boss style show. Good PR, good TV, they'd said. A chance to reconnect with the workforce. The crew was smaller than expected, 1 cameraman and 1 sound guy. As cover, they told the staff they were filming a training documentary. Tom was posing as a new staff member to see how well the facility was being run. The site manager Malcolm met him at the gate, thin, pale, with the air of a man who spent weekends photographing trains, clipboard, nervous smile. "Right then," Malcolm said, "let's get you shown around." And so began the induction tour. Tom spent the day shadowing different departments. Gladys in the canteen insisted he take a biscuit to keep his strength up. Katie from accounts apologised for the paperwork backlog. The lads on the kill floor teased him gently, calling him new boy and asking if he was ready for the real work. Everything felt normal. Everything seemed to be running smoothly. The camera followed him at a polite distance. When the shift ended, Malcolm clapped his hands. "Right, end of the day. Time for your initiation." Tom raised an eyebrow. "Initiation?" "Bit of fun," Malcolm said. "Old tradition, harmless, everyone gets it." Before Tom could protest, 2 of the lads grabbed him, laughing, not unkindly, and held him steady while Malcolm dipped a brush into a pot of red dye, normally used for stamping food-grade markings on the meat. "Hold still," Malcolm said. "It's just a bit of dye, like we put on the carcasses." Tom felt the cold brush sweep across his forehead, curves, lines, dots. As the dye was being painted on him, the rest of the staff of the facility shuffled into the room to watch. The lads cheered. "Looks good on you," one said. Malcolm grinned. "You've joined the rest of us meatheads now." Tom forced a laugh. In his head he thought, HR would have a fit if they saw this. Probably counts as bullying these days. Shame, it used to be harmless fun. They led him to a pen at the back of the floor. Inside stood a goat, daubed with intricate red markings. Tom frowned. "We don't process goats." "New range," Malcolm said. "Niche market, very fashionable." The lads handed Tom a knife. "Go on," one said. "Show the boys how it's done." Tom hadn't slaughtered anything himself in years. He wasn't technically employed as a slaughterman, so this was another violation. But the cameras were rolling, the lads were watching, and he'd done worse in his youth. He slit the goat's throat. Blood spilled into a metal bowl one of the lads held ready. "Perfect," Malcolm said. "Nearly there." The bowl was handed to Tom. "Just a sip," Malcolm said. "Part of the initiation. Everyone does it. Builds team spirit." Tom grimaced. "Seriously?" Katie nodded earnestly. "I had to do it when I joined." Gladys patted his arm, her eyes shining with something like excitement. "Down the hatch, love." Tom took a sip. Warm, metallic, awful. He gagged. Gladys immediately pressed a cup of tea into his hands. "Here you go, dear. Wash it down." Tom drank gratefully. The taste faded. He wiped his mouth, straightened his uniform and stepped forward. "All right," he said. "I think that's enough fun for one day. Time for my reveal." He pulled off the name badge. "I'm not a trainee. I'm Tom Glenson. This is my company. And I've been watching how you run this site. And frankly," he felt suddenly lightheaded. His knees buckled. He collapsed. He woke on his back, cold metal beneath him, straps across his wrists and ankles. He was still in the same room, but the lights were dimmed. Candles flickered. The staff stood around him wearing strange robes. Gladys, Katie, the lads, the office workers, even the TV crew, no longer filming. Their faces were lit with a kind of gleeful, trembling anticipation. Malcolm stepped forward. "Oh, sorry, Tom. We hoped you'd sleep through this." Tom struggled. "What the hell is this? Let me go. This initiation has gone too far." Malcolm shook his head. "There never was a TV show," he said gently. "We just needed a ruse to get you here, to prepare you, to guide you through the tasks of readiness." "The what?" "The marking, the slaughter, the drinking." Malcolm's voice was calm, almost tender. "All symbolic acts to prepare the offering, to make the king ready for Agar Quonsloth." Tom shook his head violently. "Agar? I'm the king? This is madness." "You're the nearest thing we have," Malcolm said. "You built this place. You named it after yourself. You are the sovereign of the herd." He placed a hand on Tom's chest. And tonight, you are the substitute king for our sacrifice. The staff began to chant, softly, rhythmically, like a lullaby. Gladys's smile was beatific. Katie's eyes shone with fervour. Malcolm raised a strange knife. At his shoulder, Katie held a silver bowl, trembling with excitement. "Thank you for your service, Tom. Truly," Tom screamed. The chanting drowned him out.